What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AR Movie Memos, where we are about to get into the new review of Predator Badlands. Predator Badlands is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and it is the 6th live-action film and the 7th overall and the 9th installment in the Predator franchise. Now, in this new installment of the franchise, the center of our story is revolved around a young predator named Drake. Drake's main goal in the film is to prove his strength by hunting the ultimate prey on a planet that has never been survived by any of its kind. And across this young warrior's journey, he comes across a Weyland-Yutani cybernetic named Tia. And as these two characters meet at a crossroads, Drake and Tia agree to help one another in exchange for assistance with her own survival, but there is another plot at hand. Now, before seeing this movie, I had my reservations on watching it, especially due to the route that the Predator franchise has gone through over the last, about, say, 10-15 years in general, but even longer since the first film originally came out in 1984, I believe. Excuse me, I stand corrected, 1987. But since then, we have had a complete franchise of this creature from another world that is on the hunt for trophies across the galaxy. But it has started off strong, it has come up short over time. But with this new installment, I will say that it continues to be in good standing, especially with the direction that Dan Trachtenberg has gone in over the last few projects with the Predator franchise. Trachtenberg is responsible for the Hulu film Prey that came out a few years ago, and this past summer he directed and wrote Predator's Killer of Killers that was also on Hulu, which was a animated anthology series on the Predators throughout different time periods. And with Predator Badlands, his new approach is we're going to see the Predator from the standpoint of an antagonist instead of somebody who is on the hunt, like we have in pretty much all films that we have seen with the Predator in it. And it is something different, it is something new, it is a fresh of breath air seeing something like this with a character, well, really even like thereof, because normally in all of the Predator films, the Predator does the same thing in each film. It will locate a target, it will stalk it, it will prey on it, and eventually you will see it on the hunt with the protagonist in that film until they have a showdown at the very end. But they do something completely different with this film. With the protagonist of Drake, the predator that we follow in this film, we see that he is the runt of the litter compared to the other predators. You see it in size and strength, and early on when he has a sparring contest with his older brother. And then even from there, you see that he's trying to prove himself to the clan and show that he has worth towards the clan, and also to get the approval of his father. And then for the main plot of this film, even though it is centered around him trying to prove himself, it soon also turns into a revenge film. It somewhat of a coming of age, trial by combat type of film, and seeing how this character is going to prove himself, and we get to see him go through a lot of the trials and the tribulations that he has to go through to hunt for this unbeatable alien creature that we do see throughout the film. that he is on the hunt for. And the main prize that he's trying to hunt is a creature on a planet called Gia, and the creature name is Catless. And as he is on his mission to go hunt for this unbeatable creature, this is when he runs into our other protagonist that we will see in the film, Tia, which is a Weyland-Yutani cybernetic. And if you know anything about the Weyland Company or Weyland-Yutani, that is connected to the Alien franchise. And these franchises are no strangers of crossing paths. They have had their crossover films with Alien vs. Predator and with AVP Requiem, and now this is the third time that they have cross paths within the film, but it's done in a cool, creative way. And even though it is fan service, but it's not in a bad way where it's pandering. And going back to the creativity of this film, Trachtenberg has done a great job helming the Predator franchise in a new and creative direction. The way this film starts, it starts with a training scene, cool sparring sequence with Drake and with his older brother. Then you see the conflict, and you also get a good emotional sequence, and you see story development with the Predators themselves, which is something like, you know, we've never seen before. Then as the story progresses on, it turns into a buddy road trip film with these two unlikely characters that have to help each other to reach the same goal. They're just going in it in a different direction of doing things. So with them being in a different setting instead of being on Earth, once again we are on another planet. They did somewhat of the same thing in Robert Rodriguez Predators. The difference is just with this, they are in a hostile world where everything on the planet is trying to kill each other or kill you, and it's really creative. A lot of with the creatures, the environments that they play around with, and seeing how the Predator has to utilize everything around it to survive. Now, for all the good that I am talking about this movie, it's not a perfect film, and it does have its problems. My main problem with the film is the antagonist that they introduce halfway throughout the film. It's a little predictable. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but I kind of wish they could have done something a little bit more creative, since I feel like they did a lot with this film, especially writing wise, to kind of give it its own feel and not having it feel like any of the Predator films before, or even kind of like with, you know, some of the tropes within the Alien franchise, which they kind of do without really spoiling anything. But that's my main problem that I kind of have with it. And I mean, maybe a few little nitpicks here and there with a few other things, but nothing like too glaring or something that kind of ruined the film for me. One of the issues I thought I was going to have early on was with the design of the Predator. They went more into a mocap CGI direction than more of a practical. They do have practical effects throughout the movie and with certain shots of the Predator, and it does kind of get used to or you have to get adjusted to the way that he looks. I know that some people probably won't be that much of a complaint, or no, I could be wrong, but just for me, I just kind of like the traditional look and went going more into the practical effects and with the makeup of how the Predator looks instead of going with the CGI route. And just a minor nitpick I also have is with the movie being PG-13, I'm so used to these movies being rated R. I do like the violence, I like the blood, I do like some of the sequences that the Predator does have, especially in like other films, but they do a good job, even kind of like with the action sequences and some of the more violent things that they do. Is just instead of it being with people, it's with creatures and with androids. But that's just more of just kind of a personal nitpick. Like I said, it doesn't ruin anything for the film. But overall, with my final verdict, I enjoyed watching this film. I'm glad that this is a good follow-up to Predator Killer of Killers. I didn't care for Prey too much. I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever, but out of everything that Dan Trachtenberg is doing, I am really curious to see what he's going to do further with the Predator franchise and what he's going to bring to the table with it. But if he keeps going like this, I am excited to see what is going to happen. I still do have my reservations at times, just because I know Predator and even with the Alien franchise is owned under Disney now, because with the Alien franchise, I feel like that's just off of the rails with everything. But compared to the Predator franchise, I feel like it is in good hands. They know what they're doing with it. They are doing new things with it. So they are still doing things of the old, but they are expanding with new ideas. So I feel like it is a good gap that is being bridged together with the old and the new. So I am excited to see what they are going to do within the future of everything. But I do recommend this. I had a fun time seeing this at the theaters. Good action, good story, good plot. Like I said, it's not perfect. You can have your little nitpicks about a few things here and there, but with something new that they doing with the franchise and how they are approaching the Predator franchise, I'm all for it if they continue to give us stories and new ideas like this. And I am very intrigued to see what they're going to do in the future. And yeah, I would recommend, people go see this, and even if you just want to wait till it gets on streaming or anything, I would highly recommend watching this. And that is my review of Predator Badlands. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It's AR Movie Memos. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so you can hit that bell so you can stay up to date with not just movies, TV shows, but with all types of news within the entertainment realm. And once again, thank you guys for listening to this review, and I will see you guys on the next review. You guys have a good one.